Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. Oh, it feels so good, right?
Yeah, right.
As always, brought to you by Hydeman and Associates and Western Governors University. Got a couple of new sponsors coming on. UCCU, welcome into our Rewind coverage. They'll be part of Game Night Live, Games of the Week with JJ and Sly as well. But Dane, one of our favorite videos because it means the football season is back. Our top 25 plus 5 videos and games get started this week.
Cannot wait, Dusty. It feels like it hasn't been that long, and yet it's been so long.
It's been a long time.
And I'll tell you, even people that I've talked to, they're like, who do you got this year? I'm like, I don't know. It feels like the last couple of years we've kind of had their number one. This year, you can make a couple different arguments. I think we're due for a fun season.
We're due for a fun season. We're going to go 5 teams at a time, so you'll look out for each of those videos coming out, and our number one, preseason number one anyway, will be very, very interesting. But I will get at the very top. If you talk about 6A, and we'll get into these other classifications throughout the thing, this feels like the basketball season. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of teams, and I think throughout the year we're going to see it shake out. But is there an American fork type team out and lying in the leads, Ricky? It's going to be very interesting to see.
I was going to say, who's going to be Dusty's number 11 seed, 10 seed? What was it?
It was 10, right? 10 or 11. 10. If they got they have the Bobby Hurley of Utah high school basketball.
That's
we'll see what happens.
Well, whoever wins state championship better jump on top of the crossbar of the football uprights. Right?
Yes, they should.
Top the celebration.
Yes, they should.
Right, let's get to business.
You don't know, go check it out. Yeah, let's get right into it. All right, let's go through number 25. And again, we'll do 6 videos. We'll go 5 at a time. Then we'll do 5 teams outside of it. Not necessarily going 26 through 30, but just 5 teams we think you should keep an eye on.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's get to number 25. How about Green Canyon? The Wolves coming in at number 25. And Dane, this is a team. We talk about key guys leaving, key guys on offense and defense. Guess what? Nobody is gone. This is a team. Fun note. Ready for a fun fact?
I love fun facts.
All statistical leaders in passing, rushing, receiving, tackles, interceptions, and sacks are all back for the Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Stevens is back, Christensen is back, Johnson is back, and Stewart is back.
Different Stewart.
The spelling is a little different, but that's okay. We'll accept it. Look, this is the 25 position in our preseason top 25 has been a special position for years now.
Yes.
It's always been that team that is going to take a huge leap forward. And this was a good team last year. But you think about a couple years ago, Dusty, they were a fumble at the goal line away from upsetting Skyview in what was kind of a region championship game or had region implications. This is the year for Green Canyon to go and get that region championship. It's been ever elusive. Coach Ander, been the only coach there. This is the year for Green Canyon, and I think a lot of people think they're probably the favorites in that region. Big expectations in North Logan for the Wolves. You want to know what's going to be interesting to listen to? I always go offense, right? But I got some good defensive tidbits on a lot of these teams. How about Peyton Johnson, the guy come back? 108 tackles last season returning. Yeah. It's pretty good. It is. And you look at some of the teams that lost in that region. Ridgeline graduated so much talent.
Yeah, Ridgeline graduated everybody.
Yeah, it's a good deck for Green Canyon here in 22.
It can be very interesting. So let's get to number 24, and let's go into 6A, shall we? In a team that we've had our finger on the pulse of for quite a while, and we just see it get better and better, and that is the Mountain Ridge Sentinels.
Yeah, another young program, a little bit younger than Green Canyon, right? But they return Cade Uluave, absolute stud last year. He's back for the Sentinels this year. It felt like last year was an opportunity for them to take that next step as a program. They did, right? I think they went 8 regular season wins, I think somewhere around there. This is that chance to continue to build on that. And talk about Uluave being back. They also have Dixon was one of their top receivers coming back. Junior C as well, one of the big linemen. They've got some nice pieces there for Coach Mayfu, and it should be a good year here for the Sentinels.
Cade Uluave, currently a future Cal Golden Bear. Yeah. Can go get, not swimming, can go play football. Just make sure everybody knows that, because that's what Cal does. It can be very interesting. But yeah, Uluave does everything. He'll have to do everything again. Yep. And Region 3, we'll have another Region 3 team or 2 in this. That feels just like 6A. Very, very open.
It's going to be fun.
Between Harriman, Mountain Ridge, and of course, the Bingham Miners we get to a little bit.
Well, and don't forget the defending region champion, Riverton Silverwolves. They lose some talent, right?
Coach Jody Morgan standing on top of the desk.
I'm done counting out Riverton. Yeah. Turning heads.
And they got a fun week 1 game as well.
Yeah.
That Syracuse game is very interesting. All right, let's get to number 23. Let's go down south, shall we? The 4A runner-up, Dixie Flyers. And how about this? Dixie does graduate a ton of people.
Yeah.
Right? Barbin's gone. Kesterson's gone. Chikeo Mitchell on both sides of the ball gone. Shea Anderson's gone. But they bring back a lot of guys as well, Dane.
They do, and you can start with Seth Takao, right? And look, I'm working on the pronunciation there. Dusty does it much better.
Takao. There we go.
Look, this young man, absolute beast last year. Really, where do you want to play him? I think he played every position last year except for left tackle. I'm teasing a little bit there. He
Kind of, yeah.
But look, I mean, where do you want to line him up? And you saw him play quarterback last year. Obviously, running back, you can line him up outside. Very versatile athlete. He's going to be solid this year for Dixie as well. And then they got some nice returners defensively as well to help with that core. This is going to be a strong flyer squad in what should be a really deep region down south.
Well, it'll be interesting because they bring back Trevin Aldridge. You know, I gave you the note about Peyton Johnson. How about Trevin Aldridge comes back 140 tackles last year as a junior and 8 sacks on the season. Pretty stinking good. Jalen Schultz could be in that quarterback mix because we'll find out who's going to be there. And then also Atkinson was a kid last year who got injured. He should be back. Coach Blaine Monkers has done an outstanding job all those years at Fremont. He's won state championships at Dixie, left. Remember, he went to Riverton and then come back. Been a good run for Coach Blaine Monkers. Be really good. Hey, while we're in St. George, if you're here, might as well stay. Snow Canyon coming in at number 22. And team Dane, this is a team in 4A. A lot of people in the offseason, very, very high on the Warriors.
Yeah, and they should be. I mean, this was a group last year that, consistency week in, week out was kind of the thing for them to. But look, on any given week, they were in heck of battles. And you look at the guys they return, Esplin coming back, Johnson coming back. This is an offense that returns a lot of weapons, a lot of experience there. And look, it's a program that has been accustomed to competing for region championships. I think Snow Canyon is going to be really fun. When was the last time we had this many 4A teams in our top 25? I think it speaks to the quality of play in 4A this year. And look, we haven't talked about Crimson Cliffs, who made that deep run last year. There's some other teams that are still coming up, but Snow Canyon, I think, is going to be fun to watch.
And they just wear the black uniform just a little more often.
Look, man, when Dusty calls out the black uniforms, they're like undefeated.
Although last time they lost, we'll throw that in. But just for accuracy points. But Coach Espa does a great job. Tim Nowatzki does a great job of that offense. This is going to be a team in Snow Canyon. We know the defense good last year. They're going to be graduating a lot of talent out of that defense in Region 9. I mean, you think just kind of going back to Dixie, they graduated 19 interceptions from last year's team. Every defense, we'll get to, Desert Hills, a team we can talk about a little later too. They too graduate a lot of defense. So let's go to our last team and our first 5 in our top 25. Number 21, the Timpanogos Timberwolves.
What is going on? Timpanogos in a preseason top 25? The end is near, everyone. Look, this is a team that really, I would say, burst on the scene last year. Mm-hmm. All sorts of offense. That passing attack was wide open. And you look at, Holloway was a quarterback, was fantastic. You want to talk about young men that burst on the scene, and then we get to see him. How about Livingston, right?
Yes.
I know you love this young man. Outside threat down the field, good range, good length there. That Timpanogos offense, look, they maybe benefited from playing in Region 7 last year, but they competed with the top of that region. We saw that region get represented deep in the 5A state playoffs. This Timpanogos team is going to be electric again. And by the way, they've got a certain defender you're going to want to keep an eye on, or maybe 2 of them. See what I did there?
He wears 4 of them every game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tage Litster. Yeah, I got a good corner. Yeah. Tage Litster. I've heard that last name somewhere. But you talk about Luke, 1,500 yards receiving, 83 receptions. I think he had over 20 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Kid is a stud. They got some guys coming about. Tyler Hunter. Almost said Tyler Huntley. Some people in this room would be excited for me to say that. Yeah. Tyler Hunter, going to be the quarterback this year. He also is a junior. This is a junior-laden team, and they're able to platoon. Got some pretty good info on the Timberwolves. Yeah, look out for Tage. I know in 7s, those glasses got him a lot of targets, as everyone thought they were going to be able to throw on him.
And yet, he held his own, huh?
From what I hear. Yeah, he did pretty good. Well, those are our first 5 in our top 25. Again, we'll be going through 20 and on. We'll go through them, and plus 5 teams look out for as well, getting rolling, getting ready for football season. It is here, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. But for Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind on KSLSports.com.